then that way. Okay. Anybody know of anybody that we're waiting on? Okay, so if everybody could do me a huge favor and push the little mute button on your screen so that we
just getting on.
Oh, okay, good. So yeah, everybody could just push their little mute button. That would be awesome. Haha, I found a way. Okay, I'm muting you all. Except me. Okay, so Mom, when you're up, then I want you to unmute yourself. Oh, I thought I had a way. Hold on, try again. Okay. I think we got it. Okay. All right. Hi, everybody. My name is Sarah Tassa. I am a Senior Gold Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide. I am super glad that you guys joined us tonight. We're just going to kind of go over some basics about Plexus, but we really want to share gut health with you. That's our passion. That's what we want everybody in the world to know about. So first, we're going to kind of ease into that, and then we'll talk about how Plexus can help you with that gut health. But first of all, I need to get the legal stuff out of the way and do our disclaimer. So this presentation is brought to you by independent Plexus ambassadors and not sponsored by Plexus Worldwide. Plexus Worldwide wants you to know that the results you're about to hear vary from person to person, and we do not claim to cure, treat, or prevent disease. So keep that in mind. All right, so first of all, we're going to try to cover a couple different topics tonight. If you want to unmute yourself because you have something specifically that you want to learn about tonight, go ahead and do that and shout it out. But otherwise, we're going to cover a pretty wide range of different things. So we're going to really focus on health and weight loss, but we're also going to touch on wealth. And why is that? Because we want to lower your stress in every possible way. And what do people lay awake at night for? Money, right? So we're going to touch on that as well. So if you have anything in particular you want to know about, or you have a question throughout all this, go ahead and unmute yourself. There's a little button that you can click, usually that says raise your hand. Go ahead and do that, and just feel free to interrupt. I want to answer any questions that you have. So, and yeah, so our goal is just to share this with you, and then we leave it up to you. You know, we're going to share as much information with you as we can possibly fit in this little hour, and then we're going to leave it up to you. The choice is yours. So let's just talk about Plexus and the business, the company in general. It started in 2005 as a breast health company with a detection kit and cream. And those things just weren't flying off the shelves because they weren't consumable. The breast detection kit has like a 10-year warranty on it. So they were kind of looking for some other way to get some income. And they also wanted to help people prevent disease. So they did a lot of studies, and they learned that diabetes and insulin levels were directly related to breast cancer. And so when they were introduced to Slim, they were like, yes, this is what we're looking for. This is perfect. So then their whole focus just shifted to helping people prevent disease. So something that's kind of cool, though, is last year they were ranked the #2 diet option by Shape magazine, excuse me. But it's not a diet. So it's cool that, you know, people are like losing weight and stuff, but we're going to just straight up tell you right now, this is not a diet. It is not a quick fix. Weight loss is a really awesome side effect of getting our gut healthy and our blood sugar balanced. And we'll kind of explain why people lose weight as we go on. Last year it was the #8 business on Inc. magazine's top 5,000 businesses. #8. It was number 2 in revenue, and then it was also the number 1 growing multi-level marketing company in the country. All that is awesome, but my favorite part about this company is, first of all, it's a company of integrity. They only do what's right for everyone. They are not driven by the dollar. They don't do only what's going to make them money because they are a debt-free company. So that's really exciting to me. They make decisions based on what's right and not just the almighty dollar. So you can feel confident in what you're buying. You can feel confident in what they're putting out because of the integrity behind that. So top 10 health complaints. By show of hands, if we still have people on video, I can kind of click on this thing. So by show of hands, who on here can relate or could relate to 5 things or more on this list? Me. I was able to relate to everything on this list easily. So not anymore, and I'll tell you why. But so why are these things so prevalent, and why can Plexus say that they can help you with things from fatigue all the way over to stomach aches? Like, that all seems like such a really wide range. Why can we say that it's helping people with that? The reason is we get to the root of the problem. We're getting after the gut health, number 1. And we're getting after blood sugar instability, number 2. And the inflammation going down in our body and the vitamin deficiency and our vitamin absorption is going to change because of those first 2 things. So basically, the reason we can say that people are being helped with ADD and acne, I mean, those are such totally different things, but we're getting to the root of an issue. When your body has all those things happening and we're experiencing those kinds of things, it's your body's cry for help, telling you something's not right. And so when we're getting to the root and helping fix that issue, a lot of those other side effects or a lot of those other things disappear. So now we'll introduce my mom. Her name is Sonia Crocker. Kind of tell you about her credentials a little bit. There she goes.
Thanks, Joanna.
You're gonna do her poop talk for us.
Yes. Like she said, I'm Sonia Crocker. I'm her mom, and I get to talk to you about poop. And we say it's a crappy subject, but somebody has to do it, so I get elected to do that. Little background on myself: I am a certified natural health professional and a certified biofeedback specialist. So that I tell people I'm a certified BSer. And when I'm done here, you're going to think that as well. To start off with, I think we can go to the next slide, Sarah. Got it? Little history on myself. I went through a divorce. It's been, golly, 7 years. The divorce has been final, but about in 2007, I kind of crashed after some issues in my marriage, and emotionally, physically, whatever, I was a wreck. Ended up going to have biofeedback done, and because I thought I was going crazy, and my kids thought I was going crazy as well. But anyway, the first thing they said to me is that, Sonia, we're going to sit here and we're going to talk to you about digestion. And I said, I think I'm going nuts, and you're telling me it's in my head. And they said, trust me. He said, just trust me with this, Sonia. And the first thing they told me, and I'm telling it to you tonight because it's vital, it says, if you're at dis-ease in the gut, that means uncomfortable in the gut in any way, bloating, gas, heartburn, constipation, diarrhea, whatever it is, eventually you will have disease elsewhere in your body. And that was the thing they said to me way back then, and that's what I've been teaching ever since. And we have 90% of our immune system is located in the gut. 90% of serotonin, which is a neurotransmitter, is produced in the gut as well. And serotonin, if you don't know what that is, that helps with our moods. And they're all made in the gut. And if you want, you can go to the next slide, Sarah. I think. Can you? Symptoms of improper digestion. And so if you look at this chart, I myself was over in the, where are we at? In the nervous system, right in the middle. I don't have an arrow, but Sarah can point to that. I had a lot of those kind of things going on with me. but most of us would just think in the top one that it would be the gastrointestinal one with the gas, the bloating, constipation. I had issues there as well. Hey, that's fun. You can even play. But if you look at eczema, psoriasis, acne, we've got low back pain, and who would ever thought that all of these symptoms can be related to the gut? I'm reading a book right now. It's called Brain Magic. Amazing book. He talks about your gut biome. That means your gut bacteria and how it affects your brain health as well. So very important stuff. And this chart I got from years ago from a guy, Dr. Howard Loomis, who is an enzymologist. And that's where that chart came from. Next one, Sarah. Okay. Another thing that they told me is if you're not pooping, your body's going to find ways to poop for you. So you've got to do some erasing. So that example of that, again, is acne. You got psoriasis, you got eczema, and you've got arthritis. And who would thought that arthritis would be caused because of your gut health? But it is. And we'll try to touch on that and explain that a little bit more, why that happens. I should go ding every time I want you to change the slide. Ding. I think ding, it's not going. There we go. All right, normal food transit time from the time that you eat something to the time it should be leaving your body should be 12 to 18 hours, and that's ideally. And then how do you figure that out? Eat corn. When did I eat corn? So measure how long, you eat the corn, measure to get through your system. We say that bowel movements, you want to have 3 a day. And there's a post I think Elisha had put out. I thought it was pretty cute. It said if you had a parking garage and 3 cars went in, you have to have 3 cars coming out. Same with, you have 3 meals going in a day, you got to have 3 meals going out. Kind of like when you feed your pet or your dog, you feed them within 20 minutes to 30 minutes, that dog has to go out and go to the bathroom. That's really ideally how we should be ourselves. A lot of times stress will constrict our bowels. Inflammation in our body will do that. And not having the right gut biome or the gut bacteria in our system will affect our bowel movements as well. Constipation. Ding. And this is the infamous poop chart, just what you wanted to see tonight. Say I probably didn't drink enough water, so I was probably more like a 2 today, and I'm sure you all want. But this is vital. We look at this here, and the types 1 and 2 are probably more because you're constipated, either maybe a little dehydrated as well. And then type 7 is evidently you're not, there's an absorption issue, and things are just sliding right on through. You have more of the diarrhea stuff. So ideally, we want to be like a 3 or 4. So just thought you'd love this visual tonight. So ding. Okay, rules of the stomach. If you don't get anything else out of tonight, I want you to remember these rules of the stomach. I've been teaching these forever and recommending probiotics, digestive enzymes, and the way I had people doing it was really hard for them to do it, where these products I have found that the Triplex, and we'll talk more about that, will do that for you. So I'm really excited about that. But the rules of the stomach, we want you to drink no more than 3 to 4 ounces of water with your meals. And people go, what? Why is that? We say and this is what they taught me how many years ago, that if you drink a lot of liquids with your meals, we say you have a weak stomach. What's happening is when you drink a lot of liquid, you automatically change the pH in your stomach. It sends a message to your brain that says, open the pyloric sphincter, which is the sphincter, the little valve at the bottom of the stomach, and it pushes your food prematurely into your small intestine. So that's why we say, and I want you to try that, to only drink 3 to 4 ounces of water. Try it for a couple of weeks and see if you notice a difference. It should help with heartburn. It should help with, other issues as well. And then we also say no coffee with your meals. Reason that being, coffee automatically changes the pH in your stomach, and it will prematurely push your food into your small intestine. You can drink coffee. I just tell people I'm not old enough to drink it yet, but you go ahead and you can drink it, but just don't eat while you're drinking it, okay? And then I had somebody ask me this morning, they said, well, how long do we have to wait between our meals and drinking more water? Give it about 30 minutes, about a half hour or so, and then you can go back into drinking the water so that you get your water in for the day. And we also say eat your fruits and melons alone. So I say have those at snack time. And the reason that you do that is because your fruits and melons, they too digest at a faster rate, and will change the pH of the stomach and prematurely push your food into your small intestine. So when this happens, you actually have food particles being pushed, and they're calling that leaky gut. You'll have little bits of food particles being pushed into your it's in your small intestine, will be pushed into your body, be absorbed into your body, and your body looks at it like, oh my, it's not the vitamins, it's not the minerals, it's not the good stuff, it's cells. And so then your white blood cells will come along and they'll attack it, and it's going to try and send it to the furthest point in the body. Remember that picture of the gnarly hands and arthritis? That's what happens. Get rid of the toxins any way that it can. So remember, if you're not pooping it out, breathing it out, peeing it out, sweating it out, getting rid of the toxins naturally, your body's going to have to store it either in fat, or it's going to have to store it in the furthest point from your vital organs. So then it'll settle. A lot of times people, the first symptom that they'll get is gout in the big toe. And then it'll move up, and you'll probably have the stiff ankles, the stiff knees, the stiff hips, or the fingers and the wrists. And so as the person ages, a lot of times that's what happens, and then they start walking funny, and it's, but your body's doing whatever it can to get rid of the toxins for you. If you're not, like, again, you're not pooping it out or getting rid of it naturally, your body will find ways to do it. We say that small meals are better quality and not quantity. Eat slow. Chew your food, because that's where digestion starts, right here in the mouth, and then enjoy your meal. And then also rest or relax for 20 to 30 minutes after you eat. That old saying, when we were younger, our moms would say, oh, you just ate, you can't go swimming for a half hour or an hour. There's something to that, because your body is using oxygen to digest your food, and it won't have the energy, or the oxygen won't be out in the tissues and your muscles. And so a lot of people did actually drown because they were fatigued, because the oxygen was not in the muscles. It was working on digesting the food. So there's something to that. So remember, your mother knows best. Eat for nutrition, not stimulation. And do not eat for another big one. I tell people, try this for 1 week. If you wake up with eye boogers, or like hakalugi, or just sinus stuff, and your teeth are all fuzzy and icky, it's probably because you ate before you went to bed, and you're digesting food while you're sleeping. And you really want to be, I guess, your organs and your body regenerate at night. So you want that stomach to be, again, you want it to be empty, so that the oxygen is going to regenerate your organs and cleanse your organs and not digest the food. And so when you wake up in the morning, you shouldn't have the eye boogers, and you'll be like, oh, did I brush my teeth or not? Just a few little tips. And like I said, if you get nothing else out of this, which I hope you do get more out of this, these are rules that I want you to follow as well. So ding, I think, take it away, Sarah.
Okay, so actually, if you guys want to take a moment, the people that have tried these 3 products, because these are what we're going to focus on. If you've tried these 3 products, would you just unmute yourself and just share like a minute of, kind of summarize what you've noticed and what's changed for you and how long you've been on the products? Who wants to go first? Volunteer, I'll call on you.
I can go first.
Okay, Jojo.
So I've been on the products for 7 or like in between 7 and 8 months. And I would say that right away I noticed that I wasn't falling asleep when I came home from work anymore, which is awesome, because I would literally come home from work and I would fall asleep on my bed. And then I started picking out the M&Ms from my trail mix 3 days into using Plexus, and so just not craving that sugar. And I was eating somewhere between 6 to 7, 8 candy bars a day at work, and I don't eat any candy bars at work now. And so to get me through the day, I would have like sugar highs and sugar lows throughout my day. So I would have like a half hour where I felt really good and I would get a lot of work done, but the 15 minutes on each side of that, where I was either having a sugar crash or a sugar high from eating my candy bar, I was worthless. Like, I just I had a really hard time working and focusing, to the point of 3 months into the products, the vice president of the company asked me what I was doing different. Didn't wait for a response, just said I needed to keep doing it. So other people notice too when you do a better job at work, I guess. So that's my Plexus story. Lots more, but that's it for now.
Okay, who's next?
I'll go next.
Okay.
I've been on Triplex for about 2 months, and the reason why I started taking Triplex is because I was hoping that it would clear up my skin. I've been to a lot of dermatologists, and I'm taking a lot of products for my face, and nothing ever helped. So Alicia was like, well, try one more thing, and so I did, and I'm really glad I did because cleaning my gut actually cleared my skin. And I'm having like hardly any breakouts. It's awesome, and I have a lot more energy now to hang out with Miss Emma. And I'm like hardly drinking any coffee anymore, which is amazing. That's pretty much it, I think. And I actually lost the last of my pregnancy weight and then some, so that was a little extra bonus.
Who's the next contestant? Slish?
Sure, I can go.
Yeah.
I have been taking the Triplex religiously since November of 2015, so just a little over 5 months now. And within the first couple weeks, I noticed that my energy levels went up. I noticed that I wasn't as ornery anymore. And I'm pregnant. I'm now 8 months pregnant. And it's been almost a little over 4 months since I've had an anxiety attack, or an anxiety week, as my husband would call it. I suffered with anxiety a lot since high school, and have tried a bunch of different things, and it wasn't until this where I've actually been able to think clearly through difficult situations without getting super upset. And then for my husband as well, he was addicted to Mountain Dew. He was drinking at minimum 2 liters of Mountain Dew a day, which is so gross. And he would try stopping, and he would always get really bad caffeine migraines, and that's why he kept drinking Mountain Dew, is because of the migraines. And so once we started leveling out his blood sugars, even just with the Slim, he has been able to go like completely off of Mountain Dew. He maybe has like 1 or 2 a week instead of 1 or 2 every couple hours. And so it's fun to see it working for him as well, especially because he's a commander for the Army, or he's a platoon leader for the Army, and when his guys are asking him if they go, "Sir, do you want a Mountain Dew?" and he says no, and they give him a look like, that's weird. It's kind of fun. So we're being blessed by Plexus big time.
Awesome. Okay. Tara, are you going to share anything? Or are you not there? I'm totally calling her out. Okay, that's okay. We'll move on. Okay. Maybe. If I know what to do. Okay. So, next up, I'll share my story a little bit. You can see in these pictures that my husband and I have changed a little bit physically. We started the products just under 7 months ago. Note in the 2015 picture, I'm also 4 months pregnant. So I'm skinnier pregnant than I was not pregnant. So kind of embarrassing, but no, it feels really good. But the things that you can't see in this picture are what's happening inside. We are just feeling really good. We have energy to play with our super rambunctious boys, who are 4 and 1.5, and then 1 in the oven on the way, due in April. And we just have the energy to play with them. We have patience because we just feel a lot better. I was disgustingly addicted to sugar. I'm not joking when I tell you that I ate a row of Oreos dipped in ice cream every single night before I went to bed, So you want to talk about eye boogers when you woke up in the morning for eating that late? Yeah, I had that in a big way. I just couldn't stop eating sugar. I would try because my mom was trying to get me healthy all these years, and I would make it about 2 days, and I would seriously have withdrawals like an addict, like a heroin addict or something. Like I would sweat, I would have headaches, I would be super cranky, and I would just give in and binge on the 3rd or 4th day and just like go right back to where I was. So that was pretty miserable. But those sugar cravings are gone. I mean, I can have one Oreo, it's possible, and feel satisfied. My husband Mike was addicted to Mountain Dew and Monster Energy drinks, and he's off of those. He was also a big carb and bread guy. Now we can go and have meals without having the main course be carbs and bread. But yeah, so we just have had a lot of changes physically, and because of that, we've had a lot of changes mentally and emotionally as well. We like being around each other. We get along. We just are feeling so much better that it's easy to be pleasant for the person that you're supposed to love most in the world. So let's talk about this triplex we keep talking about. Plexus does have a lot of products, but we are going to really zoom in on these products because we think they are the most important. That's where we would want anyone we talk to start. So Plexus Slim is the first product, the pink drink that you probably are seeing blow up your Facebook feed. Originally, it was created for type 2 diabetics. Now, keep in mind, this is not a meal replacement. I like to chew my food. Don't tell me I gotta drink it. So this is not a meal replacement. This is a supplement in powder form that you shake up and mix into some water, and you drink it. And that's it. And it starts working right away. It's absorbed quickly instead of waiting for a capsule to open. So that's why it's in this form. Plus, it's more fun that way. So anyways, it was originally created for type 2 diabetics, but then they realized there was like all these really amazing side effects when they were doing all their testing on these diabetics. So their cholesterol levels were getting healthy, and their lipid levels were going back to healthy, normal ranges. And people were losing weight like crazy. You know anything about diabetics, especially type 2, you know how hard it is for them to lose weight. And these people, this weight, these inches were just melting off of them. Well, light bulb goes off and they're like, we can market this to the rest of the world as a weight loss product. So I don't love that they do that, but it's what sells in our society. So yeah, the weight loss is just a side effect of the blood sugar getting balanced. So blood sugar needs to be balanced because my mom likes to say that the blood sugar is like the mama bear. And if the mama bear ain't happy, ain't nobody going to be happy. No other system in your body is going to work and function the way that it should if our blood sugar is doing this all day. Nothing can keep up. So we got to balance that blood sugar. And another thing is that excess insulin in our system, when we're doing this, we're getting all kinds of extra insulin pumping through us, triggers fat storage because our brain thinks, oh no, we have all this extra insulin. That means that we're starving, or we're going to starve. We're having our last meal or something. We're going to have to store every little bit of fat that we possibly can. And hence, the middle of our bodies growing and getting this gigantic spare tire, which was totally me, spare tire Sarah. I guess I kind of called myself sometimes. But we are storing it there because our body thinks that we're starving. So excess insulin triggers fat storage. We don't want excess insulin. We have to keep that level. There's also an ingredient in this product that helps trigger food notifications and helps calm down your food cravings. I never had that message from my stomach to my brain that said, hey, dummy, put the fork down. You're done. I didn't have that at all. I wrecked that long ago. I would just eat and eat and eat until I would physically feel sick. Now I know when I'm full and I can push a plate of food away from me. And that is amazing. It's finally given me that control over food that I've never had before. So that's really exciting. The chromium in this product increases your energy. and it makes it sustained. So that chromium is balancing the blood sugar. So when we're not doing this all day and we're doing this, we have all this extra energy that our body doesn't have to use. So that's awesome. And so the extra energy is not coming from caffeine. It does list in the ingredients that there's less than 2% caffeine in this product. Legally, because of FDA regulations, they do have to write that on there because of the possibility that in the processing of that green coffee bean extract, there could be a little bit of caffeine left over. But in all of the third-party testing that's been done on this product, not once has a trace of caffeine shown up. So keep that in mind. There are no stimulants in this. So perfectly safe for all these pregnant girls to be taking and these nursing mamas to be taking. So no stimulants. It's all happening naturally. Next, better sleep. That's another big side effect. We hear that from people all the time. I know Jen is on here and she is having good sleep. She got good sleep after just a few days, right, Jen? Am I right? I don't know. Do I see you? No? Yeah. Yep. Give me a thumbs up. Better sleep. So that was her big thing. But so our only brain fuel, so the only thing that can make our brain function properly throughout the day is glucose. And so our glucose levels need to be level as well. And that's when our blood sugar is balanced, our glucose levels are balanced. Alpha-lipoic acid is another ingredient, and that is a natural anti-inflammatory, which if you know anything about inflammation, you know it sucks. I'm a massage therapist, and I used to have horrible pain in my thumb pads because of doing this to people, and in my wrists and in my elbows because I was doing this repetitive motion and pushing on people and digging on people all day long. And ever since I started these products, I have had no pain in my thumbs, my wrists, or my elbows. It actually has made my career, I know I can do this longer. I don't have all that pain. My mom didn't talk about this, but she had bursitis really bad in her hip. She couldn't even lay on her side. Even with all the health stuff that she was doing, she still had this inflammation in her hip. And after she started these products, the inflammation is gone and she hasn't had to take ibuprofen. So that's been awesome. So, and my husband used to eat ibuprofen like candy, all day, every day. It was the only pill he ever popped. He wouldn't take a supplement, by the way, before he started these products. But he does not have to take that ibuprofen anymore. There's full bottles of ibuprofen laying all over my house, all over my truck, all over his boat, all over his fish house, because he's not using them. So another big thing is the coloring, the beetroot extract. I actually just read something about this. So beetroot extract has a lot of really awesome properties. It helps lower blood pressure. So that's really cool. It fights stress. It's good for varicose veins, which totally makes sense because since I started these products, my varicose vein, I have a really nasty one in my leg, has gotten smaller. And it fights inflammation as well, speeds up the metabolism as well. It's supposed to help with headaches and menstrual pains. So just the coloring alone that makes this thing pink has all of these amazing benefits. So when they were putting this product together, they thought of everything. It's so cool. And so the natural flavoring comes from cherries and pomegranates. And those we know are antioxidants, good things. And then it's sweetened by all natural stevia. Stevia is kind of a popular word right now because Pepsi and Coke are coming out with these sodas that are not made with sugar. They have stevia in them. Unfortunately, that stevia is made in a lab, and I cannot believe that they're able to get away with calling it stevia and calling it all natural. This is truly all natural stevia. It comes from the plant. It is not genetically mutated. It is not made in a lab. So you can trust that these are good ingredients. Okay, the next product, BioCleanse. Okay, so I know the word cleanse kind of freaks people out. If you're anything like me, you've done cleanses before and they were kind of violent when it came to the bathroom department. Yikes. You would say, oh, I can't start this product unless it's on the weekend because I'm going to spend this whole time in the bathroom. This is not how this is. If you start slowly and ease into this product, it will be very gentle getting you going to the bathroom. And if you remember what my mom was talking about, what Sonia was talking about, there's a lot of important things that depend on getting those toxins out the way God intended. We need to poop, and this is going to help us poop. Something else that's really awesome about this product, though, is that it oxygenates our body. It actually oxygenates our cells. It's made with magnesium hydroxide, right? And okay, sorry, brain fart. Magnesium hydroxide, and that bubbles in our system, and it creates oxygen and gives our cells the oxygen they need to function properly. Now, I can't claim that we are preventing disease and curing disease and treating disease, but I will put this out there that cancer cannot live in an oxygen-rich environment. That is proven. So, oxygen-rich environment, no cancer. You put 2 and 2 together and make your own decision. So, just saying. And then magnesium is super important because it's actually estimated now, I just read a new article, that 9 out of 10 Americans are deficient in magnesium. Why? Why are we not getting our magnesium? Well, our food is processed terribly. It's genetically altered and mutated. It's made in a lab most of the time. And our soil doesn't contain these minerals anymore that we're supposed to be getting. So we are deficient in magnesium. My husband was the poster child for magnesium deficiency. If you go ahead and read all of those different things, he had muscle cramps almost nightly. He would wake up and wake me up and wake the babies up. It was so annoying because he would holler and scream because of these horrible leg cramps. He has not had those since he started this product. And then again, we're going poop, we're getting the toxins out. And when our toxins are stuck inside us, our metabolism is going to slow down too. And so if we want our metabolism to speed up, we got to get the poop out. And that's another way that weight loss can happen, is our metabolism pumping the way it's supposed to. It also not only detoxes our intestinal tract, so it's going to clean out our intestines. So picture your colon, if you will, with me, having, hi Jake, picture your colon having a bunch of poop lining the inside of it, a bunch of crap, like 20 pounds possibly, like, was it 5 to 20 pounds they say people have stored up in them? That's poop. So it's lined with poop, and it's lined with candida, which I'll touch on, and I'll explain what candida is too in a little bit. And nothing is being absorbed. Your vitamins aren't being absorbed because all of that area that's supposed to be absorbing stuff for you is caked with crap. And so it's just getting shot right through. You're just making expensive poop, expensive pee. All those expensive vitamins you've been buying are just getting shoved right out. And that was me for years. So we got to get that cleaned out. But this is also going to clean out and detoxify your arteries in that similar way. So that's pretty cool. And then it also supports collagen production. Collagen production is important for a lot of things, but the thing that we mostly care about is our skin, our face. Collagen is going to make our skin have more elasticity and less wrinkles. Yay. Being 31, almost 32. I'm almost 32, Mom. Does that make you feel old? I am starting, to like worry about those kinds of things. So, yay, no wrinkles. Anyways, on to ProBio 5. ProBio 5 is my favorite product of all time. If you take nothing else, no other product, just spend $30 and buy this flippin' probiotic. It will change your life. Now, why can I say that? Why can I tell you, like, this probiotic is so much better than the rest? I have been on probiotics for 6 years. I've taken over 20 different kinds trying to get rid of my overgrowth of candida or bad bacteria or yeast. All those words are interchangeable. I've been trying to get rid of those symptoms for 6 years with other probiotics. They never went away. They never got a whole lot worse, but they never went away. I had acne like crazy, and I knew that was one of my biggest symptoms. My sugar cravings, like I talked about, that was one of my other big symptoms. Headaches, anxiety. I was a total case of candida overgrowth, and I wanted it to go away. And it wouldn't. But I was also eating sugar to feed my candida. So what is candida? What is this bad bacteria? What is this yeast? So God gives us good bacteria when he creates us. We get good bacteria in our gut and bad bacteria in our gut. And he puts just a little bit of bad bacteria in our gut. And the reason for it is when we die, it's meant to decompose us. Okay, well, we're kind of prematurely decomposing ourselves with this huge overgrowth. We're supposed to be at 80% good bacteria, and then 20% bad bacteria, candida. We're totally the opposite. We're living at 80% bad, 20% good. So we need to flip that around, and that's super hard to do because candida has this hard shell around it. It's a protective shell. I think of it as like the Wall of Jerusalem or the Great Wall of China. Nobody can break through, and it's just sitting there covering up and protecting it. And so when you do take a probiotic and you're shoving good bacteria at it, it can't get to the bad bacteria and break it down because of that shell. So what makes this probiotic different is it has a digestive enzyme, multiple digestive enzymes actually, but one in particular that goes in and can penetrate and break through that protective barrier or that hard shell. So it can break through that wall, and then the good bacteria can get in there and fight the bad bacteria finally. And so the other thing that's going to help it is the grapeseed extract. Grapeseed extract is an antifungal, antibacterial, and antiviral. Why not be shoving that down into our gut where our immune system is at, by the way? But you are going to be able to fight that bad bacteria with that grapeseed because that digestive enzyme broke through your protective barrier. So 3 days on this product, you guys, and I started noticing my candida symptoms dissipate. I'd never experienced anything like that with a probiotic before. So it's just amazing. It's changing. This product is a 3-in-1 delivery system. It's delivering 3 great things to you at once, and it is changing people's lives. Like, not just superficially like I'm talking about, like the sugar cravings and the acne. It is changing people's entire lives. Like this gal, her name is Katie. She is a sideline on my team. Just met her like 6 months ago. She's an awesome crunchy granola mama, if you know what I mean by that. Like, her kids don't get red dye or preservatives. Like, she would never give her kids the fruit snacks I gave my kids earlier today to make them be quiet. She is very cautious and aware of what she's feeding her children. A big reason for that is both of her boys are severely autistic. Her oldest being nonverbal. He's 6 years old, nonverbal for the first 6 years of his life. And that was really hard for her. She knew he was smart and he knew what was going on, but he just couldn't get it out. So it was hard for her, hard for him. They couldn't communicate. It was just a frustrating situation all around. So she talked to her doctors and naturopaths and did a lot of research on her own, and she knew that there was a connection between the gut and the brain. So she had her boys on probiotics, specially formulated for children, which is what I was buying for my boys as well. She got kind of frustrated, though, because she felt like they weren't really helping them. And it came time for her to order them again, and one day she was like, I'm not going to order them this month. I'm going to just give them my probiotic that I've been taking from Plexus. So she started giving that to them. 5 days in, she noticed a change in their behavior. They weren't frustrated anymore. They weren't doing the banging of their heads. They were just calmer in general. So she said, okay, we're for sure going to stick with this. And we're going to give this 90 days, and I'm going to see where it takes us. Well, at the 5-week mark, her son called her mama for the first time. He spoke, and he's speaking more and more and more. He's been on the products, I suppose, about 6 months, and he is speaking in full sentences. And if you see this area, the little video, it looks like there's a video, but there's not. If there was one, we would all start bawling because this little boy is singing an entire song. Yes, the boy who didn't speak for the first 6 years of his life, singing an entire song just because his mom put him on this particular probiotic. That's the only change that's been made. His teachers at school are blown away and telling her she has to tell all of the other parents about it. So anyways, changing people's lives literally with that single product. All of them are changing lives, but that product is my all-time favorite. So the fourth thing that's a part of this triplex is water. And we don't sell it. I'm sorry, you're going to have to just buy it yourself. But it's super important to drink at least half of your body weight in ounces every day. If you live somewhere dry, like in the desert, or you live in Minnesota where it's super dry right now, in fact, drier than the Sahara Desert, by the way, because we have zero liquid basically in the air. We're at like 25% humidity. The water in our system is being pulled out of our skin, being evaporated out. So we need to drink more than half our body weight in ounces every day. Well, why do I need to drink all this water, Sarah? I drink coffee. Isn't that enough? No, coffee does not count. Beer does not count. Coffee does not count. It has to be water, 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 water. And the reason that you need to drink all this water is because these products that I was just talking to you about are stirring up these toxins in your body, trying to get them out of you. If you do not use water to flush those toxins out, they're going to sit in you and they're going to be reabsorbed. And you're going to just start over. So think of a toilet that doesn't have water in it. When you flush it, does the waste go anywhere? No, it stays where it is. So you need that water to flush that waste out. So you use that mental image the next time you're not wanting to drink water. You've got to flush it. So stop preaching to you about drinking water. I could do it all day. But anyways, so these are the products that Plexus sells. I keep focusing in on those 3 products because we need to get that gut cleaned out. All these other products are great, especially the multivitamin, the X Factor, that green bottle right there. I absolutely love that product. It's an amazing product. However, you're not going to absorb the awesome things in that product unless we clean out your digestive system. So we have to clean your gut, get your gut healthy and your blood sugar balanced before you can even think about taking something else without wasting your money. Don't waste your money, clean yourself out, and then we'll add some other stuff if you want. If you have questions about those other things too, you can ask the ambassador that invited you to this, or you can send me a message on Facebook. It's just Sarah Tassa on Facebook. You can give me a call. I'll give you my number at the end here, and you can give me a call or a text, whatever you want. I'll give you my number at the end, so if you have a pen and paper, be ready. But we will answer any questions that you have. We are here for you. Like, we live to help people. We love it. We have servant hearts that totally comes from my mom, and we are here for you. So, is it expensive? Good question. Okay, so like I said, I'm just going to answer a couple questions for you guys because you probably are wondering these things. So first, let's think about what our vices are. Are Oreos your vice? Like mine were? Are you spending $35 a month on just your own personal stash? Yeah. I was spending that. Or Mountain Dew. I don't know, Jake, how about you? How much money were you spending on Mountain Dew every month? A lot. Okay, so if we can get those vices out of our lives, we're going to have all this extra money that we can be spending on our health. Also, how much money are you spending on medication? Kristen's on this call, and I think, or maybe she is, but she was on allergy medication that she took year-round, and an asthma inhaler that took after insurance was $90 a month. No matter what, she had to be on that. She's been able to get off of both of those things, and that has freed up income for her family. And I've been talking to people who are spending $300 to $500 on fibromyalgia medication or $500 on colitis medication. I mean, I don't know how these people afford it. I gotta be honest with you. So, how many of you have a gym membership and you don't go because you have no energy and no motivation? Just saying. And how often are you throwing out food or going out to eat? Mike and I would finish a day of work. We both worked full time, and we had no energy to make food for our family. Good, healthy food takes a little bit of time to cook. and we had no energy to do that. We would literally argue with each other over who was going to make the food. And then we would just throw in the towel and not make the healthy food that we had intended and just throw in a frozen pizza or chicken nuggets or something super nasty and unhealthy for our kids. So we were throwing the healthy food we bought out, and we were going out to eat a lot because we just didn't have the energy to cook. So think of it that way. If you can kind of change your mindset and kind of set those priorities, you won't have to be wasting your money on those kinds of things. I like this little graphic. Otherwise, except I don't know where they're getting their coffee from. So depending on how you buy the triplex, it'll be anywhere from $3.60 to about $4.60 a day for the entire triplex for a month. A month supply. It would be about $3.60 to $4.60 a day. Cheaper than your coffee or your Monster Energy drink habit. Okay, will it work for me is the next question. I think so. You got to give it some time, obviously, because we didn't get unhealthy in 30 days. So we got to give it some time. But the reason that this company has a 60-day money-back guarantee is because they know it's going to take time, and they want you to give it some time to feel a difference. So there's a 60-day money-back guarantee. No questions asked. They will give you your money back. And most of the time, you don't even have to send products or packaging back. They literally will just give you your money back. And let me just throw in a little plug here. They have a 1% return rate. Yeah, that's a big deal. If these products didn't work and change people's lives, there'd be a lot more than 1% getting sent back to the company. So, will it work for me? These are all people that I personally have shared these products with and seen their lives change. I don't know if I can show you. Okay, so this gal up here in the corner, her name is Abby. I don't know if she's on the call, but she's been able to get rid of her migraines. She started with just strictly the probiotic and noticed her migraines almost disappearing. And she has a really stressful job. She's a registered nurse and had migraines for a really long time. And so just with the probiotic, she noticed that dissipating. And then she added the triplex, and she's been able to kick her sugar addiction and her soda addiction. So as a nurse, she knows how important that is, and she's super excited about it. I got this gal down here. She is dropping inches like crazy and just having energy to play with her awesome little girl. And so that's been really fun. We have Todd over here. He's like my cousin-in-law-ish guy. I'm related to him somehow. Anyways, he had horrible, debilitating migraines. And I think the reason he had these migraines was two things. Candida overgrowth, because he was so addicted to sugar, he would eat Twizzlers or Red Vines in the middle of the night. He would get awoken by this yeast, this candida, craving sugar, and he would have to eat licorice in the middle of the night. There's actually even times where he would leave his house and go buy some if he didn't have any. So that was one of the issues. The other issue was this dude did not poop except for like every 2 to 3 weeks. Let that sink in. Not pooping for 2 or 3 weeks. Think of all the toxins that have built up in his body. No wonder he had migraines. No wonder he felt like crap. So he was on disability because of these reasons. He couldn't work. And now he's going back to work because he's feeling so good. His inflammation is down. His migraines are gone. He's lost weight. He's in an extra large shirt in that picture. And he's super excited. We are just really excited because we're watching his life change in such a big way. And then we have Miss Karen and Brian over here. She was on the call. There she is. Hi, Karen. So Miss Karen had some bathroom issues for a few years and some skin issues. And her skin issues were starting to come back, and her bathroom issues had never fully gone away. And so we've seen both of those things get cleared up. And then she also told me that her husband, Brian, who's in school currently, is having a lot more retention when he's reading and doing his homework. So do you have anything to add to that, Karen? I think there's a lot of things, but if you want, you can unmute yourself. Yeah, I can't hear you. Sorry. Um, but so then we got this gal over here. This is my husband's Aunt Becky. And I used to call her not very nice things like the laziest woman in the world. Oops. I've spent 13 Thanksgivings with her, and never once did she get up and do the dishes or help with the dishes after a meal because she had literally no energy. She just physically couldn't do it. And she's started just the pink drink, just the slim, and she was only 2 months in when we hit Thanksgiving. And she got up after her meal and she did all the dishes and then wanted to go for a walk. She is a new woman and she has all this energy and this new zest for life. And so that's been really fun for me to see. So anyways, these are all people that I personally know, I personally care about, and I have seen their lives change. This is just a little snapshot. So will it work for you? Let's just try it and find out. Let me see if I can get to my next slide here. Oh, I have to erase all those? Oh, dang it. Okay, I'm learning. Okay, so is it FDA approved? It is not, but the FDA does not approve or disapprove any vitamin or supplement, not prenatal vitamins, not multivitamins that you buy at Walmart. They do not approve or disapprove any. There are FDA guidelines that we have to follow, and trust me, Plexus follows them to a T. They are all about following the rules. Trust me. So any other vitamin that you've ever taken or your doctor has recommended or anything is not FDA approved either. And let's just keep in mind that the FDA does approve things like cigarettes and ho-hos and Twinkies. And actually, they don't approve or disapprove baby formula either. Baby formula is classified in the health or the supplement and vitamin category. So I think that's kind of interesting. Okay, let's move on to our next slide maybe. Oh, come on. Sorry, guys. Okay, is it safe? Yes, Plexus products are safe and the most natural way to improve your health or lose weight. But always check with your physician if you have medical issues or take a medication. Never, 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 even if you're feeling amazing, never stop a medication without speaking to your doctor first so that they can guide you and coach you off of that medication if they believe that that's safe for you. Please do not just stop. But yes, these products are very safe. My mom did 6 months of research on them. She dug into all the ingredients, and she has her 2 pregnant daughters on these products. So if it wasn't safe, she wouldn't have us on them. She also has her own mother and her sister who has congestive heart failure on these products as well without hesitation because they are safe. Trust me. Okay, does the business work is the next question. You're probably like, why are you going to talk to me about this business stuff? Well, like I said before, what people sit and lay at night and they stress. They're not usually stressing about their health. They're usually stressing about money. And when you're stressed out about money, your health is going to deteriorate, unfortunately. Stress and health do not go hand in hand. So does the business work? Yes, is my short answer. In my first month with 1 Facebook post and sharing that I was starting this journey to try to get rid of my sugar addiction, my products and my husband's products were paid for, plus we had some cash left over. And by the way, this company pays in cash. Hola. Hardcore cash. It's none of this like points system or anything like that where you earn free product. You get cash and you do what you want with it. And then month 6 and this past month, I made more than I make at my day job. So that's pretty nice. So trust me, it works, and it's a very, very, very generous compensation plan. The most generous I have ever seen. So next question, or next thing. All of these women over here, I don't know if you can see, are on my team, our team. They are our uplines, and they are good, amazing Christian women who encourage me and uplift me and cheer for me daily. That is super foreign to me because I've never gotten along with women. Most women I've known, except my mom and siblings and some cousins and stuff, everybody else, every woman I ever met was a heel grabber and I'd say, I lost 10 pounds. And they'd say, it's going to come right back. You know, just that heel grabbing and not wanting you to succeed and that competitive nature and that cattiness. I just hated that. And so my outlook on working with women and being around women has completely changed because of these women who are pouring their lives into me and sharing things with me about not only about Plexus, but life and being a mama in general. Like they're just so awesome and encouraging. And so be a part of our team, even if it's just for that. You're going to love it. Another perk is you can earn a Lexus, a Plexus Lexus, baby. That's one of the things that you can earn. And then if you want to go ahead and take a look over at the income ratio over here, I am a senior gold ambassador, and I will tell you that I'm on track to make a lot more than this number right here. These numbers are low. So if you're willing to put in some time and some effort and share these products with people, because let me tell you, I know that as you're listening to this, I know that there's names of certain people that this could help rolling through your head. And so reaching out to them and sharing these products with them will benefit them by changing their lives and then benefit you by changing your financial situation. So why should you join this business? Why should you even entertain the idea? How about you come change lives with me? That's been amazing. More than 250 lives, more than 250 lives have been changed just because I said yes and decided to start sharing these products, and because my mom said yes and decided to start sharing these products. We are helpers by nature. My mom has the biggest servant heart of anyone I know in my life, and so I've learned a few things from her over the years, and I do care about helping people. I'm a massage therapist at a chiropractic clinic, and if I didn't like helping people, I wouldn't have chosen the profession of touching naked strangers all day. So, just saying. I love helping people, but what makes this Plexus thing different than massaging people is I'm helping them long term. I'm helping them change the whole course and direction of their life versus just 3 days or 3 hours after their massage. So that's been fun. It is the right time. People are looking for something different. They're tired of the medical model. It's just the right time for that, and it's the right time to join Plexus because it's the ground floor. If you walk away from these products and this opportunity, you walk away from changing your health, the opportunity to change your health, the opportunity to change your finances, the opportunity to get out of your 40-hour work week job and stay home with your kids, my goal, and changing and blessing the lives of others, which has been huge. That's the funnest part for me, is we're changing people's lives and we're blessing them in big ways because we've been blessed by this, and we love that we get to be a tool for God and bless others. The other part is that it's just really, really fun. Us Crocker Girls, we don't do anything unless we can make it fun. And so I promise you're going to have a blast with us. Okay, so purchase options. Here are the prices. Customer, one-time order, 60-day money-back guarantee. I don't recommend buying that way because it's the most expensive way. You can become a preferred customer. It does put you on monthly auto ships, but that is easily changed online. And after 3 months, you get an additional 10% off of your order. Or you can become an ambassador like I am, like Christina is, like Leisha, a couple other people on this call, my mom. We are ambassadors. You can become a wholesale ambassador and just pay that $34.95 yearly fee, which I look at as like a Sam's Club membership so that you can get the better pricing on all of your products. You can do that. Or that $34.95 is also going to give you the opportunity to share these products and share the business and the business side of things. And it's going to give you your own personalized website to send people to order products from. You don't have to stock anything. You don't have to deliver anything. It is literally all done on the internet, and the products get shipped right to their door, and you are just there to help and coach them along the way. So this business is amazing. These products are amazing. We're super passionate about them. I'm just going to leave you with 2 questions. First question being, where will you be in 2 years if you keep doing exactly what you're doing right now? Just think about it. I know that for me, if I keep doing what I'm doing right now, 2 years, my scenery, my life, my picture of my life is going to be completely different. But if you keep doing what you're doing and you change nothing and you keep sticking in that pattern, where are you going to be at? Just think about it. And the last thing I'll ask you is, what if? What if these products and this business could change everything for you? Just give it a try and find out. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. All right. So if you have any questions, just go ahead. I'm just gonna mute everybody. And if you have any questions, just go ahead and shout them out. Yeah, hopefully if you had any like crazy dance music in the background, you turned it off. But yeah, so if you have any questions, go ahead and feel free to ask. We will do our best to answer. Anybody? Parched. Anybody? Well, if you do have questions and you're just too shy to ask right now, go ahead and just talk to the person who invited you here, invited you to this, and you can give me a call or a Facebook message, whatever. But my phone number is 320-493. Oh, hold on. I have to stop.